Welcome to the Rec Show podcast, and we want to thank Christy Serrato. She's the program director of the Sacramento Entrepreneurship Academy. Those are big words. Those are really big words, but it's really about supporting startups and small business, right?
Yes, the Sacramento Entrepreneurship Academy is the longest running program in the Sacramento region. And I will date myself here, Rex, because I was in the founding class when we started in 1986.
Oh my gosh, 1986. It was a great year.
It was. It produced me. I was a college student at UC Davis, and I was an economics major. I was looking for a way to augment my academic aspirations, and I stumbled across the Entrepreneurship Academy.
Okay.
What drew me to this academy was that it was supported by business leaders as well as local entrepreneurs.
Okay.
It was an opportunity for me with very limited business experience to actually be exposed to someone who's been there, who's been successful, and is now giving back. In fact, I'm really happy to note that throughout my career, I've been able to pull from the Academy network to give me some guidance throughout my career, but also in the many startups that I've been involved in. In fact, you may know, Rex, I'm on my fifth startup, the latest venture that you've heard of, Pair Anything.
Right.
And that actually came out of the Sacramento Entrepreneurship Academy. I had opportunity to pitch. Someone challenged me, and I came up with this this idea, which turned out to be, quite compelling in helping address the winery's need for digital transformation. Right.
And you're right at the head of that. I mean, it's just the beginning of really having digital play a major part in the wine and food industry, I think. And so you're like racing into the future. It's great.
And that's what's exciting about this ecosystem that we're in. It's a very collaborative community. We got an opportunity to participate in pitch competitions like the UC Davis Big Bang Business Competition. We have a great hub, the Startup SAC, that really brings together the community. And imagine that the SEA, the Sacramento Entrepreneurship Academy, was at the very beginning of that, and now it's grown, which is great. And what's really exciting for us is now that we're in our 35th year, we're still able to support aspiring entrepreneurs and in their career aspirations, but also giving them this toolkit to be able to start a business, whether it's straight out of college or when they're pivoting from their careers. And I'm really excited to be able to introduce you one of our 2021 fellows later on.
Yeah, exactly. I think the interesting thing is the Sacramento area has really become a hotbed for startup business, right? And the tech end. And there's a lot of businesses that are starting up right now. And as you start up a business, you really need mentors. You need people who've kind of been there before, who can kind of give you some guidance maybe in helping you take those first steps and learn from some other business situations.
So we came from the Bay Area, and we know how certain larger cities, it can be very, very competitive. And it's obviously, very exciting and very dynamic. But I left the Bay Area to be here in Sacramento, mainly for personal reasons, to take care of my parents. Yet it was so nice coming back. I haven't been back here since college, but a couple of years ago, I reconnected with SEA, and it was so amazing that this community that I was exposed to while I was in college welcomed me back and actually allowed me to have a supportive network to bounce off my ideas and really mentor me. Even at this stage in my career, I can also benefit from mentorship and the resources. And so Sacramento, it's an amazing community for nurturing ideas and entrepreneurs. And I've never felt like this in my entire career in the Bay Area. It's a very collaborative ecosystem, and I'm really, really proud that this venture that I'm working on it's homegrown here.
Right, right. And it's really nice to have that support, because I think the biggest thing that a lot of us who start our own business kind of go through is a lot of self-doubt, right? A lot of second guessing, a lot of, instead of sometimes just planning that clear vision, right? We're like, well, I don't know if this is going to work. And it's nice to have somebody to talk to that can kind of give you some feedback about, no, that's a really good idea. You might want to twist it up a little bit, but the initial idea is a really good idea. Maybe try it this way. And so, kind of having that conversation, that dialogue with other business folks is really help in clarifying your mission for your business, I feel.
Yes, and our mission really is to elevate and mentor and develop and support aspiring entrepreneurs. Any idea is a good idea, but it only matters if you actually do something with it.
Right.
And so with the Entrepreneurship Academy, we give you a toolkit. It's a 3.5-month program. And what's nice about it is you're in part of this diverse network. So it's not really people that you may be in school or in your work environment. You're exposed to other people that have other ideas as well. And it creates a very dynamic environment that really nurtures your innovative mindset. And that's what we're trying to provide is that foundation.
Right.
And after the 3.5 months boot camp, what we love about that is that your participation or membership with SEA continues. Okay. And I can attest to that.
Right.
I've been like a fellow my entire career, and I've been able to pull from the resources and the connections.
Right, right.
And I would attribute all my successes is that supportive network that I got.
Well, I mean, I think it's always important the company you keep, right? I mean, the folks that you're talking to and kind of investing in, as a group, as a collaborative group, can be a big help, right? Or a hindrance, right? Depending on who you're communicating with, and to have positive information where you're working with people who are kind of working on the same goals, I think is real beneficial.
Yes, and that really is quite key, Rex. That's why I'm so honored to be in your company, because it's really the company that you keep, and SEA, the alumni, the board members, the corporate sponsors really, really believe in this mission. And we have this mantra. It's kind of like paying it forward, but we call it replicate yourself.
Okay.
And so we try to set an example for others. And we know that you can't do it alone.
Right.
Entrepreneurship is not a solo sport. And, my successes really is due to the people that have joined me in my journey.
Right.
And hopefully I can do the same. I'm the program director for SEA. It's been an honor to really nurture wonderful fellows that are just super bright. And there's nothing exciting like watching someone bring their idea forward and to see it flourish and to know that you had a small part in making that happen.
Yeah, it's always, I think that always feels good, right? To both parties, right? The person that's starting out and the person who can kind of hand off some of their experience and really kind of help you redefine kind of what your mission is. I think that's very, very important as a small business, as a person that's starting a business, because sometimes you can feel like you are going it alone, that you are, learning as you go, and that can be tough. And it's nice to have somebody that you can pick up the phone or send an email or a text and just ask a simple question. And that helps affirm you that you're kind of going on the right road too, right?
We like to tell the fellows that if you call any of our mentors or board members, likely if you weren't a fellow, it would be like someone, that you're going to reach out to, and maybe they'll answer your call or not. But for the fellows, what we like to encourage them is that the mentors, the board members, our corporate, presenters, they make themselves available and they will take your call.
Right.
And there's situations that, we would reach out to Weintraub and Tobin, which is one of our corporate sponsors, and we have a board member, longtime board member, and he would help any of our fellows that would reach out. And it's amazing, to get this access to high caliber legal resource.
Right. Yeah, that's important all by itself. Just to make sure legally that you're
Right.
in the right place and you're not doing something that later on could, be a problem. Right?
Yeah, and so in terms of our curriculum, we cover obviously being able to pitch, but we go beyond that because there's a lot of other programs that help you pitch. One thing that we do, it's kind of old school, is actually help you develop a business plan.
Okay.
So our fellows go through a very rigorous process of developing the business plan, so that it's a lot of critical thinking. So it goes beyond a pitch deck. You actually understand your business model.
Well, that's important. That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, it really differentiates if your idea is going to be viable or not.
Right.
And again, going back to our sponsors and our alumni, all our classes are taught by people that have actually done it, right?
That's important.
And so you're getting a lot of very pragmatic, exposure and learnings, and you can then enhance your network, right?
Right.
Not just the other fellows in the cohort, but also the people that are going to be presenting, the mentors.
Sure.
In fact, we're always looking for business leaders who want to help out our incoming class, just to share their expertise and to also be able to have an impact with someone that wants to be just like them.
Right. And so how can folks who maybe are thinking of starting a business get involved with SEA, or somebody that wants to be a mentor that has a lot of experience and they'd like to pass that on? How can they get involved?
Yes. So our website is SEA, excuse me. Our website is sealink.org. Please feel free to check it out. We're also on the various social media platforms at Entrepreneur. We do have our 2021 program starting soon, but we extended the deadline to this Friday. Okay,
great. So definitely check out the website and get involved. And right now is the perfect time.
Wonderful. There's nothing like during this time, the pandemic, to be innovative and try to solve business problems.
All right, we'll be right back with more of the Rex Show. Christy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Rex, as always.